She said it between the cake and the candles. The glow of firelight flickered across her face, soft, trembling, insincere. Her voice carried that practiced gentleness people use when they're already halfway out the door. "Happy birthday," she'd whispered. Then, after a pause that felt longer than the years we spent together, "I think we should end this. But we'll always be friends, though." There was frosting on her fork, a smudge of chocolate at the corner of her mouth. She smiled like it was mercy. I looked at her, at the candles still burning in front of me, 8 flames, one for every year we'd been together. I didn't blow them out. Instead, I just nodded. Slowly, coldly, absolutely. She seemed relieved, like I'd released her from something unbearable. She didn't know I was memorizing her tone, her timing, the way her eyes flinched when she said, "friends." By the time she walked out that night, suitcase in hand, my birthday cake had melted into something unrecognizable, like us. I didn't chase her. I just watched through the window as she drove away in my car. The candles had gone out on their own. The silence afterward was clean. No screaming, no explanations, just the faint scent of her perfume lingering on the couch cushions, the ghost of her toothbrush in the holder, and the message she left on the kitchen counter. "Don't hate me. You deserve someone better." That line replayed for days. It almost sounded noble if you didn't know her. I kept our apartment quiet, didn't touch her things, didn't delete her number. Every text she sent came like clockwork. "Hope you're okay. Remember, we're still friends. Can you help me move a few boxes from storage?" Friends. The word started to rot from the inside out, but I said yes, every time. Calmly, polite, because friendship, I realized, was a perfect place to hide. The first real hint came one Thursday afternoon. A message misfired, sent to me instead of someone else. He still pays the rent. I feel kinda bad. The name above it wasn't mine. It was hers. The contact photo? Someone I didn't recognize. A man, smiling, shirtless. The message hung there like a loaded gun, and I didn't move, didn't reply, didn't confront, just let it sit. Over the next few weeks, I learned more by silence than by speech. Her late-night calls turned into missed rent payments. Her just friends turned into, "Could you help fix my car again?" Her tone grew entitled, careless, like she believed the story she'd built, that I'd still orbit her, even after she'd burned the bridge. I started listening, watching. Her neighbor, a woman named Claire, 2 doors down, mentioned casually that my ex had been seeing someone new, said he came by often, left late. I just smiled. "Good for her," I said. Then I went home and opened my laptop. Her messages, bank statements, car maintenance records. I traced every trail she left behind. Small things, receipts, timing, location tags. There's a strange calm in building your own case. It's not about revenge, it's about precision. When she texted me again, "Hey, could you transfer my half of the utilities this month? I'm a little short." I said, "Of course," but I didn't send a cent. That was week 1 of silence. By week 2, her messages changed tone. "Hey, did you forget the rent? Can you please send me something for the car repairs? You said we'd stay friends." I waited for the word sorry. It never came. It was Claire who finally told me. We were talking in the hallway when she hesitated, biting her lip, glancing toward the apartment across from mine. "She moved him in last weekend," she said quietly. "Didn't she tell you?" I didn't answer. The image formed itself in my mind. The same living room I once called mine. The couch I paid for. The television I installed. The same candle she used to light for us, now flickering beside someone else. And still, she texted me that night. "Can you come help me with the car? It's stalling again." So, I did. I arrived with silence. She looked surprised. Her hair tied up, wearing his shirt. "Oh, you actually came," she said. I looked past her to the man standing behind the curtain, half-dressed, pretending not to exist. I just smiled. Of course, we're friends, right? Something in her expression cracked, subtle, but there. That was enough. I didn't argue, didn't accuse. Instead, I handed her a small envelope, my name written in clean black ink. Inside, copies of the rent agreement, insurance under her name, car ownership transfer forms, and a single note at the bottom. Friendship doesn't include rent, emotional support, or car repairs, especially now that I'm dating Claire. She read it twice before looking up. Her lips parted, trembling. "You're dating Claire?" I nodded once, calmly. Her eyes darted, confusion flickering into panic. "You can't. She lives next door." "She's nice," I interrupted, "and honest." She tried to speak again, but her voice collapsed into a whisper. "You're doing this to hurt me?" "No," I said quietly. "You did that. I'm just finishing the sentence." Then I walked out. She followed me halfway down the stairs, barefoot, crying something about misunderstanding. I didn't turn around. The car started on the first try. Hers, apparently, still didn't. Weeks later, she stopped texting. Word spreads fast in small apartment complexes. People whisper. Some look at you with pity, others with quiet respect. Claire doesn't ask questions. She knows enough to leave the past where it belongs. Sometimes, at night, I pass by the old apartment. The lights are dimmer now, the laughter gone. Once I saw her silhouette by the window, motionless, watching. Maybe she wanted to say something. Maybe she finally understood. I didn't wave, because friends talk, and she and I, we were never really friends. Just a lesson, and I'd already learned it. Final line. I never blew out those candles. I just let them die on their own.